everyone! It is now week 2 of the Catherine Milliron Photography Challenge, and you are officially on day 6. Last week we spent a lot of time focusing on how to take photos that we love straight out of the camera, but this week we're going to switch our focus a little bit and go over to how to edit our photos that we've taken. It's taking them just that next level. Hopefully you've already downloaded the Lightroom app. Today our focus is going to be on geometry and cropping, how to edit our pictures to create a shape and a visual angle that we enjoy. So I'm going to show you. Let's hop on over to the Lightroom app and we'll get started.
Alrighty, friends, so we are now in Lightroom, and today we're only going to be focusing on geometry and cropping in the Lightroom app. We aren't going to be focusing on any other aspects of editing for today. So I've picked 3 photos from a shoot I did last year that I want to show you some different elements of. But you might not have anything in your Lightroom app yet. So if you don't, go ahead and click this blue button at the lower right hand corner to add some photos to your Lightroom catalog, and then we can get editing. Okay, we're going to get started with this one right here at the bottom because it seems like a kind of easy example to start with. Okay, so you're going to go up here in the right hand, in the top left hand corner, you're going to click the edit tab, and then we're going to come down here to where it says crop, right? Okay, so notice that this picture doesn't look quite straight. Now, as I start to move it one direction or the other, you can see these lines come up. And I want these lines to line up with any vertical lines or horizontal lines in the picture. And we can see here that there's a very distinct vertical line on that seam in the concrete wall. So I want to make that vertical line up with the vertical line on my grid, and bam, I'm going to click the check mark in the lower right hand corner. Boom, done. Okay, so that's our first one. So that's the before and after of our first correction. Now, as you can see, that was just minor, but the difference between this and that, it just looks so much more polished and professional to have it to be just a little bit straighter. Okay, let's go back. All right, so here's this one right here. Now this one doesn't look bad. Now, maybe 10 years ago, it was artsy to take your photos crooked, not so much anymore. So as you can also see right here in this far corner, there's a little bit of something happening. It's a door that we don't want to see. So I'm going to hit the crop button again right here. So selective healing, crop. We're going to hit this crop button, and I'm going to go ahead and turn until, do you see my vertical lines are going to start lining up with these vertical lines on the windows. All right, do you see that on the left hand side? So then I'm going to take this little corner, drag it in just a little bit to where the door is not seen, and then make sure the subject still fits. Right here, do you see our head lining up perfectly on the thirds? And hit the check mark. Bam! Now, as you can see, there's some other features in here. You can flip the picture, you can do all sorts of weird stuff, you can rotate, all of these things. So totally up to you, but for now, we're just pretty much using the crop feature. So, okay, now last one. This one's going to be a little bit different. So right up here in this top corner, now this picture, you can tell a couple things. First of all, it's not quite straight because when you go in here, you can tell that like the ceiling beams are like tilting, the vertical beams are kind of leaning. There's also this really ugly door over here with like a little toolbox thing happening, and it like is all super distracting. So I'm actually gonna take you all the way over here. Do you see this one called geometry? You're gonna click this geometry button, and I'm gonna click auto and see what happens. So if I click auto, perfect. Now it is automatically sensing in my frame any lines, and it's automatically straightening them for me. So if you don't like how it changed them, then you can use these vertical things to change the vertical angle and these like horizontal things. Anyways, and then if you're gonna do that, I would click constrain crop because then you can change. Oh, hang on, where'd it go? It should constrain it. So then as I can make it vertical or horizontal, it stays within the grid lines. Now, that's a bit extreme for what we're going for. So I'm just gonna put it on auto, leave it there. Okay, perfect. So we now have it perfectly straight. So now we know that these beams are perfectly up and down, smoothly side to side. So it's been straightened and we use the geometry button to straighten. But now we're going to scroll back over here, hit crop. And what I want to do with this crop now is I want to bring it in just a teeny bit until I don't see the door anymore. Bam. And then now, do you see where she hits? Not at a super flattering place in our rule of thirds. So I'm going to just drag it up a tiny bit. And bada boom. I'm going to leave it right about there. Click the check mark. And voila. The difference is pretty impressive. Okay, and there you have it, friends. Now we have 3 beautifully straightened, lovely pictures.
Great work, guys. We did it. And now it's your turn. So here's what I'd like. Your homework for today is to take one of your pictures you took last week. I want you to pop it into Lightroom, and then I want you to adjust it. Adjust the geometry and cropping, and then I want you to post a before and an after photo in the Facebook group for us to see. I'll be there waiting to cheer you on. I can't wait to see how your photos transform, and I'll meet you back here for the next video tomorrow. See ya. Bye.